Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. It is Thursday evening, just after 9 o'clock. And wanted just to come in here with you for this extended weather update to talk about the showers and lack of showers in some spots, and where we are seeing some of those showers and storms that are still lingering around out there. We had a pretty good coverage of showers and storms in the heat of the day in the afternoon today. And then once we had some of those come through and the extra clouds, it actually caused some rain-cooled air and more stable air. And then a lot of those showers started dying out. Then the sun came back, the temperatures warmed up again. We started getting some of that heating, and we saw some of these showers that were developing over in parts of Alabama, trying to move into Georgia. But as I put this into motion, I want you to notice here what we were watching. These in Cleburne County, as they were trying to cross over into Polk County, they started falling apart. We still have some, though, in Cleburne and northern Randolph County that are trying to cross the line right there just south of I-20 in parts of Carroll County, but that's still well to the west of us here in the Atlanta area, where we again are mainly dry right now. It's a mild night out there with temperatures that are in the 70s and 80s over parts of the metro Atlanta area. But these showers still trying to hold together a little bit more to move in from Alabama and into parts of West Georgia. Right now, those strongest ones are right here in Cleburne County, right along I-20 there, and then moving into the far northern parts of Randolph County into Alabama, and some of this into Carroll County too. I'll zoom in a little bit closer to that. And then more out I-20 through areas of Anniston, near Talladega. They have some showers and some thunderstorms there as well. But let's get in a little bit tighter to these here that are crossing over the line there. So you see these in Fruithurst, near Heflin, trying to move down to near Folsom, but they are just entering in over the line here near Bowden. So this is still to the west of the Carrollton area, but we do have these heavier showers that are there. If you're over in Carrollton and in Bremen, Tallapoosa, Villa Rica, and you're looking over to the west, now that the sun is going down, you may be able to see some of this lightning from the distance there in the night sky, because there's a pretty good bit of lightning out there. Let's do a lightning count on this right now, and you'll see what we're talking about with this area of rain here. We've got about 36 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes just inside this red box. So that's a hefty little storm there that's producing some pretty good lightning. It's not classified as severe or anything, just a good shower that is continuing to move through that area. And as we put this into motion, you can see what we're watching here as these showers are generally pushing down toward the south and the east. And again, some of these were looking impressive in the northern parts of Cleburne County. As they tried to move into areas of Haralson County, they fell apart. But now this part is still holding together here, as we mentioned, along I-20. There's even a lightning strike well out of the rain there north of Tallapoosa. So sometimes we can see that lightning well outside of those areas where it's raining. And there's an example of that right now just north of the Tallapoosa area. So we're going to keep an eye on these. We think that they are going to stay calm and not necessarily have, anything strong with them, just some pockets of heavy rain, thunder and lightning, but they should stay below severe limits. And then back toward the Atlanta area, we are fine here. We had some of those showers earlier, and all of that out to the west is still really far away from us. And I really think that all of that will stay mainly to the west of us as we continue through the evening hours and also into those overnight hours as well. Here is a look at what we're watching around Georgia. And we've got that little bit of activity there in Alabama, dry in North Georgia, metro Atlanta. We had a lot of rain here down to the south earlier in parts of South Georgia. We even had a tornado warning just over the line from Savannah there into parts of South Carolina, kind of between Savannah and Hilton Head earlier, where there was a brief tornado warning there, but no additional warnings right now. But still some good rain there, very heavy rain and thunder and lightning here in the southern parts. Let's put this into live mode here. Okay, it's not letting me do that, but let me do a query of this lightning here for these areas down to the south. About 200, almost 300 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes with those storms there. Some of the heaviest activity there is near Brunswick, where we've got some of that really heavy rain coming down right now in those areas near Brunswick at this hour. We'll get it a little bit tighter here, just so you can see those really heavy rain there along the coast. Darien, Brunswick, down toward, drier towards St. Mary's, and near St. Simons, but just some good rain falling there in parts of southeast Georgia. And as you look around the southeast, really most of the action has been over to the east of us in South Carolina and South Georgia, but again, watching some of that back over into parts of Alabama. Here is a look at what we're watching. We'll take a full view of this. As you can see, some of those showers and storms right now from the distance there in Rome as we're looking down toward the south and west, and you can just see some of those clouds that have been building, but it's dry in Rome right now. We don't have any rain coming down there now at this hour. And our view from Decatur, now there you can see a lightning flash well to the distance there. Did y'all see that right when I came to that? This is our tower cam in Decatur looking toward the west, and all of this that you see with those clouds billowing, that's really far away. And during the nighttime hours here, we have the sun setting behind that, so that's illuminating a lot of those clouds that we have there, and we could even see a lightning strike there within the tallness of those clouds there, really far away. And a lot of times as it gets darker, the sun goes down, we can see those lightning strikes from really far away. And then isn't this beautiful? This is our tower cam. It's in a higher vantage point there on our tower looking over toward the west. Again, looking through the downtown area, midtown, and there's some of that orange color that we can still see along the horizon, even though the sun went down at 8:51 tonight. Now, earlier we were talking about us being in a level 1 risk, and I was mentioning at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock tonight that I really thought that during the evening hours that the Storm Prediction Center would take that level 1 risk away from us. I thought they might include it still over into the Carolinas, but they actually took the level 1 risk away from all of us. So really not expecting any organized severe weather developing out there tonight, just general showers and thunder showers, not only around Georgia, but really a big part of the southeast here for that mainly dry weather, and just a couple of those isolated showers and thunder showers around. But then during the day tomorrow, we're going to keep that level 1 risk mainly over near the Georgia-South Carolina line and moving over into the Carolinas. And even though we're going to have some showers here tomorrow, we've got about a 40% chance for that. We're thinking that any severe weather would be more over to the east of us. So just be aware, some scattered showers coming in tomorrow afternoon and evening once again. The potential for thunder and lightning with that, and gusty winds, but we think that they would stay below severe limits. And on Saturday, another chance for afternoon pop-up showers. Rate chance a little lower there at about 30%. But again, we don't think we would see anything like widespread severe weather. Maybe just some isolated stronger storms around. We hit 90 degrees for a high today, and our low this morning was 73. You know, those temperatures pretty close to where we should be for this time of year. Average high for this time of year would be 90. So we were right on target for that. The average low for this time of year is 72. We were 1 degree above that earlier this morning. And as we've been telling you, we have a bit of a deficit right now. We're about 1/1600ths of an inch below where we should be in rainfall for the year. We picked up 1/1300ths of an inch today as one of those showers came through Hartsfield-Jackson and actually caused a ground stop at Hartsfield-Jackson a little bit earlier today. And so take a look at these temperatures. This is what it was really interesting. Now, I mentioned we got up to 90 degrees for a high today. I know you're not seeing that here on the maps, but that was right before, after we got up to 86 at 1 o'clock. We climbed up to 90 then the rain came in and our temperature dropped to 78. So in this time frame between 1 and 2 o'clock, we did get up to 90, but then the rain came, dropped us down to 78 degrees. We held in the 70s from 2, 3, 4, and 5 with that rain-cooled air that kind of stuck around for a while. And then the sun came out again. That warmed us back up to the mid-80s. Now that the sun is going down, we're back to 80 degrees, and we'll cool down a little bit more. I don't want to say cool, as in chilly or anything, but temperatures drop back down into the generally low to mid-70s here by tomorrow morning. Right now, 80 degrees here in town. We do have 80 also in Marietta. Dalton is at 80 degrees, but elsewhere temperatures are in the 70s, and they'll keep coming down a little bit more during the overnight hours. In fact, we'll start off at 73 here early in the morning, then get up to 90 in the afternoon. But it's going to be in those afternoon hours. That's when we see that potential for some of those scattered showers that'll redevelop here. Generally, late afternoon into early evening when we see those rain chances of just those scattered showers. So here's the forecast track. this is what we're watching. Now, here's that activity. The models kind of have this depicted pretty well with that activity out to the west of us. I really think, though, that is going to be falling apart for the rest of the evening hours as it tries to move over to the east. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start off dry here. At lunchtime, a few more clouds will start building. Then in the afternoon, again, not everybody getting hit, but we'll just see that heat and humidity bubbling up some of these showers here, just the scattered activity that we'll have around in our area. That'll die out in the evening. Then going through the day on Saturday, pretty similar timeline, lunchtime and after, scattered showers developing. I know you see some of these on here. We're really going with a slightly lower rain chance on Saturday at about 30%. And then on Sunday, we're going with a 20% chance for a shower. This model, though, is trying to get up a little system there in northwest Georgia Sunday afternoon and trying to move that into the Atlanta area. If this happens, this would be a more than a 20% chance. So I'm going to keep watching this model when the new update comes in just a little while to see if it's going to hold on to this up in parts of northwest Georgia. So here's a look at your rain chances. You see it's 40% Friday, 30 Saturday, and then 20% chances for rain Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Even with any of these showers developing, it just depends on if you get stuck under one of those heavier showers. On average, this is saying maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain in the metro area over the next 7 days. This model saying maybe only 1/3 of an inch over the next 7 days. So pretty big discrepancies there. Now, of course, the All-Star game is coming up on Tuesday of next week. But before the actual All-Star game, there are so many other things in association with All-Star Weekend. And on Friday, we have the HBCU Swingman Classic at 7 o'clock. There will be about a 40% chance for showers, though, on that day. On Saturday, the Futures and Celebrity Game at 4 o'clock on Saturday. About a 30% chance for showers with temperatures in the 90s. On Monday, at 8 o'clock is the Home Run Derby. Temperatures will be down into the 80s for that. Now, the reason the temperatures are different here, this is at 4 in the afternoon. That's why we're saying 90s. These other activities are at nighttime. That's why we're saying the 80s there. And then the All-Star game is at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. A 20% chance for showers there, both of those nights on Monday and Tuesday. So we'll be fine-tuning that forecast. So there'll be a lot of people not only in town, but with eyes on our town for that All-Star game coming up here on Tuesday. So here's the 7-day forecast showing those temperatures at 90 degrees on Friday, 40% chance for showers. Saturday, 30% chance for showers. Then going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, a 20% chance for showers with those slightly lower rain chances. Then the temperatures come up back to the mid-90s. Rain chances back up to 30% on Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures trending back down to the lower 90s. So thanks for watching us tonight for this extended weather update on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have more updates for you throughout the day on Friday and into the weekend as well. We hope you have a great night, and thanks for watching